Hey guys, I'm Joy and this is Joy's Beauty Johns. So welcome back for another issue of Shop My Stash, where I'll go through, pick out some makeup products for the week, share with you guys kind of why I'm picking them out and what I'm going to choose. And as always, I'd love to hear what new makeup products you're trying, what old favorites you've pulled for this week. And if you're interested in seeing what I picked out for my makeup this week, just stay tuned. My stash this week, let's start out with primer and pick a primer out for this week. Oh, and actually before I do that, I'm starting out with my basics, my KKW Beauty Brightening Powder, my Kat Von D in Thunderstruck, my Marc Jacobs, which is almost empty. That's the Velvet Noir Mascara, my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, my Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Fishnet, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I think this is in medium brown. Medium brown. So these are my basics I'm just starting with. This is the same thing, not to bore you guys. Those are an every week type situation. So for primer, let's pull the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer. I've only used this one time. I don't even know how I felt about it. It was in my Products That Scare Me video, so that whole thing was a hot mess. I want to try this again and see if I like it or not. I've definitely heard a lot of people loving it, and I've heard some people that didn't, honestly. So I don't know where I stand. Maybe I'm somewhere in the middle, but we're gonna give this a whirl and figure it out. For foundation, I want to pick two this week. I did try this one last week, the Infallible Pro Glow, and I loved it. This looks gorgeous all day until it basically does not. It will like look beautiful, 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 and then fail. And you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta wash my face immediately. But it gives you so many hours of continuous gorgeousness. It's not 24, I'll tell you that much, because by the nighttime, you're like, I need to wash my face. Like, this looks terrible. But for the rest of the time, it looks gorgeous. So all about this, definitely want to use it again. And I tried this with the Infallible Concealer, this little guy, and I really liked him too. These two together was a great combination. But for this week, I want to pull the Revlon Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I want to try this. I think this is a little bit more like a BB cream than a foundation, but I only used this one time and I don't totally remember how I felt about it. So I want to pull this for this week. I also want to pull the corresponding concealer for this foundation and try these guys together. But I know we are having clients visiting on Tuesday and Wednesday this week, so I want to pick out something that will give me a little bit better coverage in case this just looks way too casual, basically. So I think I'm going to also pull the Neutrogena Healthy Skin. I haven't used this in a little bit. That's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation. For the concealer for that, I will try the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Concealer. So that is that. So moving into my powder drawer, I'm gonna pull two. I'm gonna pull the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Mineral Powder. And if you'll notice, I kind of like to, if I have it, if the option is there, I kind of like to do one brand basis, because I figure if these products are all made by the same company, they're probably kind of formulated to work together. So I figure it's kind of a nice way to test them, is to test them together. So I'll try that. I will also pull, this is actually new to my collection. I found this at Marshall's, the Revlon New Complexion. So this is basically a face powder in, this is an ivory beige. So I'll try this with the Revlon foundation and concealer. Also, I tried this little Joni Joan Pure last week. This is their 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15 little powder. And I picked this up with a bronzer from Marshall's a couple weeks ago. This is actually a really nice product for right under my eyes. And this one just really applied lightly. It almost applied like a setting powder would, like a loose setting powder, but without the mess and drying of a setting powder under my eyes. So I really do like this. I'm gonna pull this again this week. For my blush, bronzer, and highlighter drawer. All right, so for this drawer, I'm going to choose out, let's see. See, now last week, I basically exclusively used this little baby, the Pink Squad Cheerleaders palette from Benefit. and I literally have been in love with this. I haven't gotten into the bronze one yet. I do want to, but I just focused on this one last week for the first time. I used the Hoola as my bronzer, I used the Dandelion as my blush, and I used the Tickle as my highlight, and they are gorgeous. And it's actually hard for me to put this down. Like, I don't want to put this down. I want to pull it again for this week. But I'm like, girl, you got a lot of new stuff to try, and why are you trying the same product 2 weeks in a row? But oh my god, I just love it. I'm like, oh, I just want to pull this, but oh, we're gonna be good. We're gonna mix it up. Bronzer. I want to kind of pull this one, the Milani. I love this. I've used this so many times. It's like one of my favorite bronzers. It's the one I always want to reach for. With all these high-end bronzers, I even have Freaking Girl on in here. I mean, and I reach for this little Milani one because it's fabulous. But I already know how this performs, and there's so many that I don't know how they perform. And then there's always like my Butter bronzer, which I love and would love to just pull again because I already know how this performs and I love it. But you know what? Maybe let's try the Too Faced Milk Chocolate bronzer. This one seems like he'll be nice for the week, so I'll give him a whirl. For blush, let's grab one of these Bare Minerals. Should we do the one or Aphrodisiac? Let's do the one. Okay, so this is the one by Bare Minerals. It's a really pretty blush. It reminds me of the Dandelion blush I tried last week, but I know it's an everyday shade. It's very wearable, and it's just really pretty. So try that. For highlight, let's choose the Persona. That was quick. The Persona highlight. I always do that because the names like that, I don't think to open it like this. But I'll give this a whirl this week. Okay. So face palettes. I really just kind of need a contour for my nose. I love this. This is another one I don't want to put down ever. I want to pull this every single week. And I've literally only used one color from this. I pull this every week, well, not every week, but basically as often as I can for this contour color. And I'm sure the highlighters are great, the brightener, the finishing powder, the blush. You can see I have not even touched them. I have been going straight into this guy for my nose contour and I love it. It just is beautiful. But I don't want to run out of this, so I can't just use it up till it's gone. Not when I have all these other ones. So maybe for this week, let's see. You know what, I will. Should I pull the Anastasia or should I pull this? Like, part of me wants to pull this because I haven't tried it yet. And I could use, this is my contour shade, which is really pretty. And that would give me a chance to test this palette out a little bit. Plus that blush looks really beautiful. Everything looks beautiful in here. But it's like untouched, and this one I've used and it's barely touched. And I'm like, oh, I just kind of want to pull this and not like start a new one of my products. But then I'm like, girl, you just bought this. Like, maybe try it. I don't know. We're trying a lot of new things this week. I'm going with the contour palette. I'm gonna keep this as a freshie for now. I love freshies. All right, guys, then for eyeshadow this week, I'm starting a new position this week, which I will talk to you guys about a little bit in another video. But I want to try to pick something out that I'm going to feel comfortable and confident in. I want to pull this Carli Bybel palette again because I know that this works really well and I love the colors, but I just pulled this. There's so many, like the whole point of me doing these Shop My Stashes is because I need to use my makeup. So if I'm always pulling the same things, that defeats the purpose. I think what I want to do is pull the It's My Ray Ray palette. I've never used this, but it's like a really pretty palette, as you guys can see. You got eye colors here and then some face. I'd probably use them all on the eyes, as I've talked about in the past. I have plenty of face products and I pick out the things individually or in palettes that I love. I don't buy eyeshadow palettes for the face products. And it's nice if they're great, but like the Carli Bybel with the highlighters, I love those highlighters. However, with this one, you know, I can see these being great transition shades at the bottom and these being beautiful colors. And I need to like get myself to tap into this, pop the cherry, and I think this would be a good week for it. So It's My Ray Ray palette. the very first one with BH Cosmetics, and she did just release a second palette. So I think it's like pretty rainbow and beautiful colors. I've heard some good responses about it so far, so go on, girl. And in case that one overwhelms me or something, or I don't care for it, I think I'll also pull this Too Faced Tickled Peach palette. I've maybe used this one time, I think, like I think this shimmer shade. I've never really used this, and it's a little tiny palette, and I know Leora loves this one. She raves about this all the time. She travels with it. She's like, I love this palette. And I'm like, I love Leora, and I trust and respect her. And so I'm like, what am I missing out on? I'm not using this all the time. So let me pull this for this week and give it a whirl. All right, so moving on to lipstick. Let's see. All right, I think I'll pick this Lorac. No, you know what? I'm not, because I just did this the other week. Let me focus on Bare Minerals. I have a lot of Bare Minerals stuff. I think I like this one. This is in Friendship by Bare Minerals. I think I'll try that. Let's actually also pull, I'm gonna pull a lip liner as well. And I had used this Bite one last week. It was okay. What is this one? Bodyography. I have no idea. Maybe I got this in a BoxyCharm. Heatherberry. I have no idea where this came from. I'm guessing BoxyCharm. So let's pull this. More lipsticks. Let's pick a baby. I think this color would look really pretty with this palette. And I'd love to get through some of these little babies because it's nice, like you can kind of sample the lipstick and see if it's a product you'd want to buy the full size of, but I don't typically go through lipsticks very fast. I pretty much put them on in the morning and I don't really reapply them throughout the day. I should like be responsible enough to put this in my purse that morning and reapply every hour or two, but I'm at work and I don't care. I show up cute and then I just deteriorate throughout the day. This is In Love by Bare Minerals. So I think that's everything. Let's check out our stash and see what we have so far. So I'd like to kind of run through the products to double check my stash so that in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, I'm not like thrown off like, oh no, I forgot to pull this important thing. So I kind of just like to go through the way I would apply my makeup and then make sure I have all the products I would need. So I would start with primer. We have the Tatcha. Then I would go in with foundation, concealer, and powder. So we have 2 sets. For Revlon, we have the Candid, foundation, concealer, and make sure we have the powder, which we do. So we have the Revlon foundation, concealer, and powder. Or we go the Neutrogena route with the Neutrogena foundation, concealer, and powder. So that would be like base makeup plus primer. Oh, this lid drives me crazy. Like, I wish they would have made it a little tighter. I mean, it falls off literally when you breathe around it. It's just like, it falls off. So let's hope. Oh my goodness. Okay. After that, I would probably go in with bronzer. And for that, I have the Too Faced bronzer. I would then go in with blush. We have that. And my highlighter. Okay. Then I would probably do my contour next, which would just be my nose. And I would drop... Oh, okay. All right. 3 things just fell. So we have the contour palette here. Okay, and in addition to the contour powder, I would use this to highlight my nose. So we have the nose contour complete. And with powder, we have kind of the under eye situation going on here. So I would have these for my under eyes. Then I would do my eye makeup. And for that, I have 2 products, well, 2 eyeshadow palettes. I have the Tickled Peach and the It's My Ray Ray palette by BH Cosmetics. So those will be my eye looks. Then I would do eyeliner, mascara, and my inner corner highlight or brow bone highlight. So that would be eyes. I have this for my brows. Then for lips, I have 1 lip liner, Bodyography Heatherberry lip liner. And then I have the Bare Minerals in Friendship, and I have the other Bare Minerals in Love. So that'll be my stash. And then to finish up, I have the Algenist Splash Setting Spray. So that is my makeup for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I chose out for my stash. I'd love to know what new makeup you're going to be trying this week or old favorites you might be trying this week. And I thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much as always. And I'll see you guys in my next video. All right, guys. Bye.